7 weeks in Chamonix, all with one goal in mind, training for CCC and get myself to that start line stronger than ever. I'm 2 weeks in and I never want to leave this place.
So I'm just waiting for my buddy Kairan. He's a member of the UTMB team from India. We're planning to go basically over the ridge line back into Chamonix. So we're going to loop up a few more peaks and hopefully end up with around 35k and maybe a few thousand meters of climbing. So it's going to be a pretty good morning for it. This week's been a pretty big training week for me. Started to load up some good miles now, just enjoying being out here in the mountains in Chamonix. I've done about 120k and 8,000 meters of climbing this week, so it's been pretty steep. We'll see if we can get to 10,000 for the week.
Somewhere around the back that side and then up the mountain there.
Just hit around 20k in a run and 2,000 meters of climbing. So for me, that's a 10,000 meters of vert over the week. So feeling pretty good about that. Legs feeling strong on the climbs, and then I've had Kairan all day pushing hard on the descents. So just waiting for him to head up here now. It's not far behind, but incredible views and been a wicked day and really enjoying it. Training out here is just so easy. So at the moment, I think I'm around 140k for the week. So a bit low on the target, but other than that, feeling good, feeling healthy, and couldn't be happier. You got to hit the true summit. How are legs feeling?
Oh, you went hard, man. You're all right.
Wicked run.
Glad we're done.
Yeah.
Training in Chamonix has been awesome these past 2 weeks now. It's always kind of a bit of a process getting back into training after a hard ultra or a hard race. Obviously, your body's pretty beaten up. If you've ran hard, especially if it's a mountain ultra, a lot of damaged muscles coming down those hills, a lot of cells within the body that just need time to recover, to rebuild, and the whole body as a whole has gone through a pretty traumatic process. If it's been a long ultra, and it's been hot as well, then, it's not just your muscles, it's not just your skeletal system that's been taxed, it's been, your organs, your hormones, everything within the body has really gone through a bit of a process within that. And then the days following as well, you're still in that deep recovery, there's still probably a little bit of damage going on with all those free radicals in the body. So the big question is, when do you start running after an ultra or a marathon or a trail race or something hard? It's really up to you and up to your experience. A lot of people would throw out, a time frame like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. But if you're a well-trained individual, typically you can probably get some easier stuff in a little bit earlier than that. But the most important thing to realize is, what have you got next? What's the next goal? Have you got a race coming up soon? And if you haven't, then really there's no rush. Take your time, relax with that process. There's no need to rush back into training. Just take it easy, take a week off running. It's fine. It's not going to damage your fitness massively at all. You've just done like the ultimate training session as a race. A race is obviously the most taxing thing you can put on your body, and if you play it right and you recover well from that, you can come back stronger and feeling good and not just exhausted by trying to get back into that training flow too soon. So that's always something that I really focus on, is just taking the time there, those first few days, banking the sleep, some good nutrition, keeping the movement going, and going back into the running then is really just about the time frame that you're working with. So for myself now, I've got CCC coming up. So from Eiger to CCC race day, I think it was about 7 weeks. So obviously I wanted to keep that momentum going, keep that training moving well, and make sure the body's feeling good too. So coming out of Eiger, I've been pretty lucky. The body's responded really, really well. The race was tough, and I certainly felt a bit beaten up for a day or two. but really quite surprised at how fast I got back into the swing of things. So I was actually a week out after the race. I was going on some good runs after some hiking within the week. Then the legs were feeling good. I was feeling confident enough to go out on some runs, obviously taking those first few runs really easy and just feeling it out from there. Really the focus for me now with a race like CCC, which is 100k and nearly 6,000 meters of climbing, so similar to Eiger, is obviously getting that vertical in. And being in Chamonix has been pretty easy to do that and hasn't been too tough at all to get the vertical. So you can see last week actually ranked up to 10,000 meters of vert within the week, which was my biggest vertical week yet. I didn't really even necessarily focus for it for this weekend, for this week that's just gone. It just kind of happened, and like I said, it's just legs are feeling good. I'm feeling really strong. So I've been taking those first few days easy, making sure that Mondays for me are always an easy day, so an active recovery, so an easy run on the day, but taking it slow, taking it easy. But you can see just some good consistent days on the mountains, getting some good kilometers in with some good climbing. And then I've been focusing in on those sessions again. So key sessions are something which is super important in building that fitness. So obviously the consistency is what I always focus on with training. And like I said, right now that's going to be some good miles, some good long runs, and some good vertical throughout the week, but making sure that I'm getting in some good key sessions. So with it being so close to Eiger, that first key session, I did some short hill efforts. I think in the end it only ended up being maybe 5 or 6 2 minute hill repeats, tagging on some longer miles after that. But it was good to good to get the heart rate up, get the lungs moving well, really kind of delve into that interval effort. And it was a perfect climb to do it. I was really happy with the effort that I put out there. I felt really fast, really nippy. And it's a hard session when you start to get that bit of a blood taste in your mouth out of the iron, that kind of taste of iron. So so it was good to kind of blow out the system, get the legs moving well, and then on the way back down, put some good fast miles in down the descent, which was good to get the leg turnover, the leg speed moving well, which is something that I know I definitely lacked for CCC last year. So when I structure my sessions, structure my training, always make sure they're specific to the race that I have coming up. So I know with CCC it's going to be fast, it's going to be tough, there's obviously a lot of climbing in there, so obviously the hill efforts come into play there, and at the same time fast downhill. So it is technical in some spots of the CCC race, but some of those climbs and some of those descents are really long and can be pretty quick, and keeping up and making sure you're not working too hard is always a big part of it, and making sure the legs are strong enough to take those descents. So when I get the opportunity in training, 2-3 times a week, maybe I'll start to do some really fast conscious efforts on the downhills, just to really give the quads a bit of a beating up, but to prepare them for race day, when hopefully the accumulation of all those descents and all those climbs, the legs are feeling strong from start to finish. And so that's what I was doing within that session. So it was a good session where I kind of complemented the hill efforts with some fast downhill work then as well. It was a good confidence booster to get some good pace on that descent, and then to feel fresh into the next day as well. So you can see just mixing it up, keeping that consistency with the climbing, but getting in some nice evening recovery runs as well. Something that I'm not always doing. I'm struggling to find the time with everything else I've got going on. But it's always good to get out there for some easy recovery miles and to just complement the training through that as well. But you can see as well, trying to aim to get 2 good strength focused sessions in the week, where I'm really focusing on some good stability, some good mobility, and then just some pure strength work, just to keep the legs strong, keep the core work going as well, keep the core strong, and just some general functional strength work, which I find really benefits me, makes me feel good. Into the weekend, so some good back-to-back days there, getting some long miles in, so nothing too long, 25k, but with the technicality of some of these runs, and some good 2,000 meter days there, almost back to back. It's been a good week of training. So rounding off that week, 146.7k, 10,100 meters of climbing. Pretty legit stats, so I'm pretty happy with that, to get a good week with some good climbing in, some good sessions in there, some good focused downhills. So if you want to follow me on Strava, guys, I put all my daily runs on there, all my training, and you can find me there, Harry Runs. Also, documenting day to day on Instagram, putting out a post every day. So that's something that I'm committed to right now, and hope you guys have had a lot of good feedback about it. I hope you guys are enjoying that too. Really doing my best to kind of bring you guys along with the journey. So Again, Harry Runs at Instagram. And yeah, if you like this channel, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Make sure you hit the like button if you like the video. As I said already in the past video, really trying to put out content that you guys want to see. So I'm going to make another Q&A soon, make some more videos on topics of some of those questions that you left. But if you have any more questions, please leave them below. And thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot to me. And if you're after coaching or anything like that, you can always check out my website, harryruns.com. But thanks for watching, guys, and happy running.